Hey guys, and welcome back to By Her Mirror. I hope everyone is doing groovily. Today's video is going to be a tour of what's on my iPhone. So all of the apps, how I organise them, even my phone case is covered in this video. So stay tuned and let's get to it. Hey guys, so this is my iPhone. It's an iPhone 6, not a 6S, and it is a smaller shape because I have tiny hands. You can't really tell, but I have the hands of a child, so getting a bigger phone was never ever going to happen. This is its case. I can't remember the name. I think the company is Tech21, but I will be sure to link this case down below. As you can see, it is not pretty at all. But it really does work because I've now dropped this a good few times, and several times I've dropped it with the flap open and the case falling down, and it's been absolutely fine. I've had no problems whatsoever. So I suppose you don't need the flap, but I don't know, just me mentally, I just like having it there. It wasn't cheap, but it's a lot cheaper than paying for a new iPhone, so I was perfectly happy with it. So I haven't gone through and organised it or changed anything. This is literally what it looks like and has looked like for a while. So this is my home screen. You can see that I try and keep this as sensible as possible. So none of these are fun apps. You can see calendar and maps and all of that jazz, my settings. Those are left out of folders because they're the ones that I use most of the time. But then I also have these folders. This is my photography folder. Basically I like to have this all together, so you can see I've got Flickr, I've got VSCO that I use a lot actually. This is RNI Films, which I downloaded because someone recommended it but haven't actually used. And Dropbox. This is how I get DSLR photos and my film photos onto my Instagram. Just to quickly show you my VSCO account. This is what I use for all of my Instagram photos. If you're interested in like how I do it, I can do a video on that. I love watching how people edit their Instagram photos, so that would be something that I'd be interested in. So that's that folder. I do have a general rule where I try and keep things as minimal as I can, so I'm probably going to delete that app at the bottom there, but by and large it's everything that I need in one handy place. The next folder is called Chat. You can see it's just got all of the things I used to talk to people with, apart from message, which I keep at the bottom, and email as well. The next one is productivity. This is one of my favourite folders actually. And the first one is Headspace. I used to be obsessed with Headspace, but I found the fact that you have to pay for it quite limiting. For the free app you get 10 free meditations. So these are the free ones in a starter pack. They are really good. I use them for a good while, but I have another app that I'll show you in a sec that I much prefer. The second one is Checky, that I have to say I don't use as much because you need to keep it running in the background. And I've actually again found another app that works a bit better, but I used to be obsessed with it and it was great when I had an Android because it wasn't so obvious that it was running in the background. But again, if you're into your sort of mindfulness techie apps, this might be a good option for you. The one that I'm using instead of Checky is Moment, and I actually paid for the full app. I think this is the only app besides WhatsApp that I've ever paid for. But basically it monitors how much you use your iPhone, runs in the background. You need to keep it open, otherwise that little red angry dialog box will pop up. But basically you set a limit for every day. My limit is 3.5 hours. You can see down here that most of the time that does not happen, but it is really good. The only slight annoyance is that you need to keep your location on for it to work. The reason why I'm going to close it now is because every 15 minutes it pops up with a little notification saying how much time you spent on your iPhone today, and as that's going to be quite annoying while we're filming, I'm just going to turn it off. This is the app that has replaced Headspace. It's called Insight Timer. This app has loads of amazing guided meditations. I use them to help me sleep. Literally, it was a question of going to the guided tab, the search bar, typing in sleep and seeing what came up, and it does let you bookmark the ones that you like. So these are my 3 favourite ones. for the moment it's 100% free, no starter pack, no hassle, and they are really good. And that's everything in my productivity folder. And then the next folder here is my finance one, so it's literally just got all my banking apps in one place. So that's that screen, and then the next one is where all the fun stuff lives, with the exception of my Virgin Mobile thing. The first one we have is extras, where I literally just chucked all of the things that came with the iPhone into one place. Probably at some point I will delete these. The next folder is called social, and that is where all of my social media lives. So Instagram is obviously what I use the most. Hootsuite I really like. Now Crowdfire is one that I heard about not so long ago. I think I heard about it thanks to a post that a branch of Holly shared, so if I can find that blog post I'll link it for you. This app has lots of functions. Recent unfollowers is one that I use quite a lot. It just lets you see who's recently unfollowed you, which might be creepy to some, I don't know. You can judge, I don't mind. But you can also schedule things from here, but then there's loads of other functions that I haven't really explored but you can use as well. That blog post basically explains things far better than I can, so it's definitely worth checking out. I have Snapgram, haven't used it a lot, but it does let you send photos from your iPhone to Snapchat. This is what Snapgram looks like. I'll be honest, I haven't used this a lot, so I can't really talk about its functions. Then I have YouTube, Blog Lovin', Facebook, LinkedIn, and the last one is Twitter. The next folder is Listen, and this is where I keep my podcasts and also my music apps. Love SoundCloud, like music, and Spotify as well. Then I have Shazam. Shazam is a godsend. If you didn't know, Shazam lets you basically find out what any piece of music that's playing is. The last one in this folder is my podcast app. Although I use this, I would really appreciate any recommendations for a better podcast listening app. And then the next one is just called Shop, but I keep Depop. Earth Miles is probably an app that I'm going to delete. No thank you, sir. It syncs up with your health app and offers you rewards and stuff depending on how much you have walked in a day. It is really not something I plan on keeping. But moving on, I've also got the Trainline app. I really like it. It's really convenient. And then I also have the Skyscanner Flights app from when I was booking my flights to the US. And then we have one final folder. It is the news folder. I've got BBC News, the news app for the iPhone, and then also Radio France. This is to help with my French maintenance. If you didn't know, I did French and German at uni. So if you have any podcasts, TV shows, films, anything that is in French or German that you can recommend, I'm after more things to help me keep up my languages. So there we go, that's my iPhone. So that was everything on my iPhone. Do feel free to head to the comments and let me know of any apps that you're loving at the moment. Any alternatives that I could check out as well would be great, especially for podcasts. That is definitely something that I need to look into properly. If you enjoyed this video, you can of course like it and subscribe to get more videos from my channel. And please feel free to check out my blog. It's always linked in the description for you. And take care, have a wonderful week, and I will be back very, very soon.